Hey guys, it's Art, and welcome back to RNG Small Ball. Today is going to be a different type of episode, and I'm going to be talking about what you can do to make your high school team in upcoming tryouts. I'll also add some general things to worry about throughout school basketball. First, I want to talk about your attitude when you come into a practice. Oftentimes, coaches reward high energy and team driven players, but there's more to it than it seems. Just being loud and energetic only expresses your thoughts on the court vocally. But in order for the coaches to be truly satisfied with you, your attitude has to carry over into your play. When you enter the gym, you have to walk in like you are coming after every single player out there, and you have to feel inclined to beat the best player in every drill. Just playing off of motivation or competing with someone because you have a grudge against them isn't enough. You have to play like you have a grudge against everyone at all times. Let's say, for example, you are doing a drill where you go full court one-on-one with another player. A non-hungry player would choose someone they know they are better than to impress the coaches. The drill would make them look a lot better than they actually are, but more often than not, coaches can sense when you're playing down in competition on purpose. A hungry player would choose out the best player in the gym. That is their position to guard. If the best player in the gym is a center and you are a guard, it doesn't make sense to go with them because it is not a smart choice. Realistically, a center wouldn't defend a guard in a game, so choosing someone in your own position would help you get game-accurate reps in. Even if you are getting smoked by the other player, putting in your own effort will be noticed by the coaches. Trust me. Next, I want to discuss fit. If your basketball team, say varsity, already has a list of ball handlers that you think are certain to make the team, and your main attribute is ball handling, switch it up. Coaches look at good players they already have on the team like that and say, perfect for a starting guard on JV, a team below varsity. Instead, if you work on your shooting all summer and come to tryouts playing as a spot-up shooter, who the ball handlers rely on for shot making, you have a higher chance of making the team for one, and for two, it will open up new opportunities. A shooter has to attempt a high volume of shots to really get a shot's worth, and a lot of touches means more opportunities to show off your handles, an attribute that will surprise your coaches and make them feel inclined to put you in the game more. The same goes with all other skills, but before you try out, you should know who the players trying out are, like what are their strengths, and what your coaches are specifically looking for to add to the team. Another thing that is very, very important, that I cannot stress how important it is defense. Lots of times, being able to stay in front of your man is the difference between making varsity as a freshman and sitting on the bench of your JV team. In my school, there have been players who could shoot the lights out of a ball, like the best shooter in the whole entire program, who got cut from the freshman team, meaning they didn't even make a team. As long as you have a solid defensive foundation, it means you can build off of that and develop other skills along the way. Kawhi Leonard, who plays for the Los Angeles Clippers, is a perfect example of this. He came into the league as a defensive-only forward who basically had no shot. Danny Green, who played on the Spurs at the time, said he couldn't shoot when he first came in. They had to reconstruct his shot a lot. Regardless, the Spurs traded for Kawhi and gave up all-star point guard George Hill. Now, Kawhi Leonard is one of the best offensive players in the league and is a premier 3-level scorer. Coaches see defense and are willing to build offense because so many players offer talent on that end, but not many are defensive-minded. Being good at defense, as simple as it seems, is a unique trait to coaches and is a perfect way to gain coaches' attention to help build your offense. Finally, I want to talk about being realistic in your training. By this, I don't mean trying out for the freshman team, I mean practicing the kind of stuff that you will simulate in games. If you are a shooter on your team, constantly work on your shooting. Don't work on finishing if you don't get to the rim a lot. If you slack off in that category, then you won't have as much of a role in the team. In high school basketball, mastering one skill and being good at it is more important than being decent in many categories. Because more likely than not, your team will already have good players in the other skills. Once you develop one standout ability, you should continue to work on that, but that is when you should also strive to develop other elements of your game to become a better all-around player. That's all I wanted to cover for today. And stay tuned for more episodes because I have lots more content planned. Thanks for listening, and make sure to like, follow, and leave comments.